Hey there all you handsome bastards and classy ladies, and welcome to some Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age. If you're not doing so already, grab yourself a cup of tea, coffee, hot chocolate, whatever your hot drink of choice is. I've got a nice, freshly made cup of tea sitting next to me right here. I'm ready for the long haul. And just sit back, relax, throw your feet up, enjoy this video. This is actually a game I've been looking forward to bringing to you for quite a while. The thing is, I actually played Final Fantasy XII when it first came out. It must have been about 11 years ago now. And I actually remember playing it back then. And I was not sure if I actually liked the game. Which is strange considering I actually finished it. And I don't actually even remember it. I remember finishing it, but I don't actually remember much of the game itself. And even when I finished it, I just remember sitting back like, I don't know if I actually liked that. And I kind of felt like I had to finish it out of just Final Fantasy dedication more than anything else. But in hindsight, I think I always felt like I'd missed out on something. That I never actually really appreciated it for what it was. And I think what it was back then, I mean, what, it was about 11 years ago? So I think I was like 15, 16 or something. No, I must have been 15 when it first came out. And I don't think I was ready for all of the changes that it made. I really did not appreciate changing away from turn-based combat. I didn't like that one bit because I never played an action RPG before that. I did not like the gambit system because I didn't have the strategic thinking at the time to actually be able to put together gambits that worked together. I did not like the plot because it was too political and it made me think more. Apparently back then I liked my angsty, mopey protagonists, you know, your Squalls, your Clouds, although Zidane is still my favourite. But then in hindsight, Final Fantasy XII should, if anything, be my second favourite Final Fantasy game. Final Fantasy IX will always be my favourite. That is just has a special place in my heart forever. 9 is the best. I know there's those people who love 7 and 8. They're amazing games as well. But for me, it's 9. And 12 is probably the closest that you can get to 9 in terms of that Final Fantasy, heavy on the fantasy side of it, you know? So I think I'm at a point in my life where I'm older, I'm more mature, I'm wiser. I'm going to appreciate the story more. I'm going to definitely appreciate the gameplay more, having played a bunch of action RPGs over the years. And the gambit system seems like something that I'll actually really enjoy playing with as well. Anyways, if you do like this video, I would really appreciate it if you could give that like button a click. I would also really love it if you could just share my videos on things like Twitter or whatever social media things you use. I only really use Twitter myself, and even then sporadically, although I do plan on using Twitter more to give you guys updates on when I'm going to be uploading, when I'm going to be recording, what games I'm thinking about, my random thoughts. I think it would be a good platform for keeping in touch with you that way. But I would really appreciate it if you could just help get the word out there, help get my channel a bit more visible, and together help my channel grow, because that would be phenomenal and it would really mean the world to me. But enough about that. For now, let's just hit new game and let's just enjoy playing Final Fantasy together. Although I'm immediately liking the remastered score. Let's see now, vibration I do not need screen shake, I do need my subtitles. I do not want my axis inverted because I don't like inverted axes. Axi? I don't like inverted. I know some people love it for certain games, like if they're playing first person shooters, which to me just sounds like an abomination. Or if they're playing games like Ace Combat, you know, those flight simulators. I kind of get it for the flight simulators, I'll allow it. English language, music, I'm going to stick with the reorchestrated. I'm actually really liking the reorchestrated opening here. That's all fine. Yeah, I think the speed mode multiplier by 4 seems a bit excessive. I actually would have liked it if they gave me a by 2, by 3, or by 4. But stick with by 2 though. That's double the speed. That's, oh no restore. How dare you, sir? Don't you waste my time. I'm perfectly happy with wasting my own time. But I hate anybody who wastes my time. Or systems.
the name of the Father, and in the presence of these holy relics, I hereby pronounce you man and wife from this time forth. May the blessings of the gods light your path for all eternity. Far on.
Kingdom will stand little.
Nabudis has fallen.
Impossible!
My father? I know not. I am sorry.
If Nabudis has indeed fallen, it is only a matter of time before they reach the borders of Dalmasca. There is nothing to halt their advance.
Secure Nalbina with all haste.
I will go.
And I will go at his side.
Galtea, stand watch over your life.
That I be considered worthy.
We must withdraw!
No! The paling still stands!
Shield beyond sight, ne'er failing light.
The paling's fallen!
Then it's over!
For my father. For my father!
Lord Rasler!
Blessings of the Great Father descend, and guide your bodies return to the earth. Great Father, guide your spirits return to the Mother of all. There you shall find peace. Pharaoh.
The death of Lord Rasler Heos Nabradia was but one of many tragedies to befall the Kingdom of Dalmasca. The air of hope that had surrounded Her Royal Highness Princess Ashe's wedding was now quite lost. Dalmasca had been set adrift at the mercy of history's restless tides. At this time, two great empires struggled for dominion over Ivalice: Arcadia in the east, Rosaria the west. The invasion of the Kingdom of Nabradia was Arcadia's first step in its westward march. With Lord Rasler's beloved homeland consumed by the hellfires of war, it seemed clear that Arcadia would soon mete out a like fate to Dalmasca. The fall of the fortress at Nalbina told the destruction of the greater part of Dalmasca's forces. A counterattack was mounted by the order of the Knights of Dalmasca, ever brave and faithful. But against the martial might of the Arcadian armies, they stood little chance of victory. Indeed, their defeat was to be absolute. Soon thereafter, Arcadia came forward, offering terms of peace, or, as one might rather put it, terms of Dalmasca's surrender. Lord Raminas, King of Dalmasca, and my dear friend, had no choice but to accept these terms. It was, thus, only with reluctance that he set out for Nalbina Fortress, now under Arcadian occupation, to affix his seal to the Emperor's Treaty of Peace. The king had scarce departed his royal city of Rabanasta when the remnants of the Order made their return, and not a moment too soon, for a terrible revelation awaited them. The treaty would be signed with steel and writ in royal blood.
You there? Can you hear me?
It's as I feared. They're slowing us down.
Do not say that. Not all of us are here for love of battle. He fights to defend his homeland. Your name?
Reks, sir. My name's Reks.
Good. Reks. You bore a few cuts, but you are still whole. Well, can you stand?
Think you can fight?
I'm fine, sir.
How old are you, Reks?
17, sir.
Young. Family?
My brother is all I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I, living in Rabanasta.
So young. You're barely old enough to be a man. You shouldn't be forced to wield a sword.
No, sir. I want to fight. For my homeland. And for my parents.
It's time, Basch. Save the discussion for later. We must reach the king before they act, or all our efforts will be in vain.
I'm aware of the situation.
We found them! Over there!
Vossler, go ahead. I will handle this rabble.
Godspeed.
Steady, Reks. Keep your wits about you and you'll make it.
We move!
Oh, had to leave that cough out for a while. I have to say, out of all the Final Fantasy openings, I think 12 actually covers the most ground when you think about it. That was what, a year, 3 years? 2 years, 3 years? A couple of years worth of like story and history and narrative crammed into a couple of minutes at the beginning, you know? Great opening though. Okay, Basch, who is my favourite character, by the way. You must always be mindful of your surroundings. Use the right stick to look around. It's a useful way to spot Imperials. Go on, give it a try. I think it's also the first Final Fantasy to have a camera tutorial. Use the left stick to move, Reks. Tilt it slightly to walk, and further to run. You can walk, yes? Come, stand before me. What an insult! You can walk, yes? You're not a complete idiot? Although I have to say, look at the uniform that these guys wear. Rex's seems a little bit more adequate, but you know in the opening cutscene, when the Raminas or Nalbina kind of alliance, the Dalmascans, yeah, what's the Nalbinans? The non-Arcadians, when they were fighting, their armor seemed really scarce. Like, it looked like they were more intent on showing off their old midriff than anything. They looked like they were a bunch of strippers that were going to just head on off and have an orgy together afterwards at some point. Well, you know, call me old-fashioned, guys, but I like a bit of romance in my orgies. Alright, let's approach Basch. Do you see the marker above my head? Like, this is not what you want to hear from your commander during a secret mission to invade a castle. Like, do you see this marker above my head? That means you can talk to me. Like, ah, he's gone insane again. The old bloodlust got to him again, guys. That's the talk icon. You can talk to any character showing one of these. To talk to someone, approach them and press X. Try talking to your friend by the gate. I don't even know that guy. Yeah, okay, so he's just telling us to do the same thing. Hey, buddy pal. Ah, yeah, my good friend, Dalmascan, who I never bothered to learn his name. But yeah, look, his chest is just there. He's like, hi, Reks. Want to tweak my nipples? Life is worth too much to throw away, Reks. Do what you can, but don't try to be a hero. I love that the guy who has absolutely no protection over his vital organs is telling me that life is too much to just throw away. He's most likely to die here. Save the hero stories for your brother once we're back in Raminas. Just listen to the captain and we'll get through this. We'll enter the fortress through this gate. We must go. How can you see an icon above your own head, Basch? That's not how eyes work. Unless you're a certain type of fish. There's actually a fish whose eyes can see in front of it and above it because its head is transparent. It is time. We'll drive back any Imperial standing between us and the King. Dalmasca's future hangs in the balance. Stay focused on the foes before you, Reks. I will watch rearward. That's because my rear is completely on display in this skirt I'm wearing. Everyone, I get the feeling, is guarding each other's rearward. We are the worst stealth assassins ever. That red line is a hostile target line. Take heed, you're being targeted. When a foe targets you, the line is red. When you target a foe, the line is blue. When you see a red line, look for the foes at once. If I remember right, if somebody's doing like a healing or a green magic type thing, it goes green then. If they're not readily apparent, use the right stick to look around. When you find them, press X, open the battle menu. Once you've selected attack and targeted a foe, close the distance using the left stick. Yeah, actually, I remember the combat. Oh, hang on. So yeah, this is your combat menu. I don't... Oh, I actually do have some magic. Nice. We'll just go for the regular attack for now. Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks for having my back. They basically just like, here, let Reks start this off. Let's see how he goes. Let's get a feel for how good this Imperial is in a fight before, you know. The last thing we want is a fight here, guys.
Captain?
Nah, I'm gonna hit this guy with lightning. Or thunder. Seems like something he should be weak against. Ow! You know, I'm probably gonna mix between like speeding up the combat a lot as well. Jeez, we are getting wreckety-wrecked. But like, this is a ship. We've seen the damage these things can do. You know, I actually really like that ended with the boss retreating. You know? It kind of actually makes the Imperials seem a bit more human. Oh, actually, I should target this guy. I'm usually not a fan of speeding things up. Thanks, brah. Thanks, Travis. I'm not a fan of usually using the speed up feature in games, but I have to say, for this, it's actually kind of particularly useful. There is no simple way through the fortress. The mini-map at the top right of your screen may not be enough to gain your bearings. Yeah, Reks, don't rely on Siri. She's not the best at directions. Should you lose your way, consult your location map by clicking the touchpad button. This will bring up the map of the fortress. If you still find yourself at a loss, pressing the L3 button. Yeah, okay, cool. So, I actually like this. That little transparent map. It's you know what, it's a good mix. It's a good kind of transparency because it's there, but it's not like, you know, dominating the screen in your face there.
Vossler! Where are you?
What if Captain Oculus has fallen?
Don't talk such nonsense. Vossler's laughed in the face of death far too many times for him to stop now. Men like him don't die in places like this. We must make haste to reach the king. We will take him to safety.
Is His Majesty unharmed?
He'll agree to an unconditional surrender. They wouldn't dare touch him until the wax on his seal is dry.
But if we arrive after he signed the treaty...
Wait. Quickly, Reks.
Not getting the sense of urgency here, guy. You're not even wearing pants. You're just wearing really long boots and underpants. Oh my god, the Resistance's finest. But, like, I don't get the sense of urgency, guys. He's like, quickly! I see imaginary enemies. And he's also seeing talk icons above his head and action icons above Rex's head. I think... it's the old PTSD. Ahead we will face many Imperials, but we need not fight them all. Oftentimes retreat is a wiser course. Should the need arise, press the R2 button to run from your foes. There is no shame in fleeing from a battle that serves no purpose. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one there, Basch. Real men don't run from fights. They fight fights even when there's no need to fight. That's what real men do. In fact, the less necessary the fight is, the more necessary the fight is. That's man logic. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the Imperials are better at ambushing us than we, the men who are actually doing the ambushing, are at ambushing. Which reminds me of a great kind of a joke thing that I read the other day. You know, it was like a commander is looking at a thing, he's like, I need one of those tack things for the map. Oh no, it was it again. I need one of those pointy things to stick on the map for playing an ambush. And then his assistant is like, attack? Yes, but you know, by like surprise. Attack is in like, you know, a thumbtack. It works better in writing. Although while we're on the topic of whole military... they've got this. Oh, guys, I found a potion. Hello, I found a potion. Guys. Oh my god, we're getting swarmed. There's reinforcements coming and everything. I think we need to retreat, fellas. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna lob a cure at... Oh, I can't cure my buddies. Alright. Well, in that case, you're screwed. He just got murdered by Reks. Also, that's the other thing. Out of all the Final Fantasy games I've ever seen, this has the highest body count by a country mile. I suppose Final Fantasy IX did have a bit of a big genocide on the Black Mages. That bit on the airship, actually, when the Black Waltz kills off those Black Mages, still brings a tear to my eye. This is not a save crystal, Basch. Crash Bandicoot is going to come by soon enough to pick this up. I just want you to be aware of that. If you see a weird fox-looking thing that's actually a Bandicoot, it's Crash. He's going to take it, and then later on he's going to pull it out of somewhere that crystal had no business being. Essentially, his heir or his asshole. Those are his two pockets in life. Upper apartments. I thought we were storming a fortress. Rent here must be absolutely through the roof. Whole lot of Gilberts.
Intruders! Don't let them escape!
Sir, we have little time. You must go to the king. I'll handle these.
Fight well.
Don't tell me what to do, Basch. Just for that, I'm gonna fight badly. Let's see if you like that. Alright, let's speed this up a bit. It's murdering time. But I love that. I, sir, the 17-year-old rookie with very little combat experience, I shall hold the stairs against multiple highly trained foes. I think. There we go. Fortunately, he knows magic. Although that's the thing with Ivalice, magic is actually pretty commonplace. It's not all that unusual for people to know it. Alright, so we're going this way. But yeah, what I might actually do, if you guys are interested, I might actually do like lore videos for Final Fantasy 12, because the thing is Ivalice actually has a pretty rich world to it, and a lot of backstory and a lot of lore. I'm also going to be reading out like the clan primer entries and all that kind of stuff, because it's all really interesting things, I have to say. I don't know why I didn't like this game the first time around. He walks like a penguin when it's in fast motion.
Your Majesty. Captain, why? Our king, what have you done?
The king intended all along to sell Dalmasca to the Empire. His Majesty was a traitor.
Captain,
Seize the insurgent. Hello!
Well, so much for peaceful negotiations.
We'll never surrender to you. We are not cattle to be sold by a traitor king.
But the war is over, my dear Captain. You have lost. Dalmasca is the property of the Empire now. And to think, we intended to let you keep some of your sovereignty, out of respect. But now you've gone and ruined that. Haven't you, Captain?
We will never bow to you.
And the people of Dalmasca will hate you for it. Take the captain away.
Off you go.
Vaughn.